Shiv, you've been working with me now for 7 weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 weeks.
Okay, so what were you kind of doing before you started this particular diet?
Um, I was training 3 times a week, roughly. I was trying to eat as healthy as I could, but I'd kind of hit a wall with it. Because I was going to the gym, I was thinking, oh well, I don't have to eat as healthily every single day, and like it'd go to, well, because I've got a job and I've got kids. It was whatever was easiest, trying to make it
Good.
as healthy as possible, but just whatever was easiest.
Yeah. How was that making you feel?
Really sluggish. I was really tired all the time. I'd get to like you said before, I'd get to like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd be absolutely exhausted. I'd be struggling to keep focus at work. Um, and then I'd find myself losing my temper a little bit when the kids were not doing as I wanted them to because I was ratty and tired. I had no energy.
Okay.
Um,
So the million-dollar question that I'm guessing a lot of people are going to want to know the answer to is, before you went on holiday the other week, how much weight you lost?
I think it was £13, 13.5 pounds in
Yeah,
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Okay, so that's pretty impressive. That's pretty
Yeah.
impressive. I'm sure you'll all agree with that so far. So in terms of sustainability, how hard did you find it?
At first, when I was trying to get used to it, it wasn't difficult as such, but it was just trying to change the way of thinking. I did get hit by the dreaded keto flu on day 4 or 5.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But once I'd started to, my body had started to adapt to the way I eated, it was eating, which was only about 4 or 5 days. It did get much easier, and the food, it's not boring. I've not had a meal where I'm bored of eating it, like thinking, oh God, I've got to have lettuce for my tea again. Um, oh sorry, I've started a new one there. Um,
Good question.
yeah. Yeah, and I don't feel like I've missed carbs at all, really.
Okay, good. I'll just answer your question, Hayley. So keto flu. So this is where I come in handy. So I wasn't actually going to mention that because
Sorry.
part of me wanted you guys to go away and attempt it yourself and feel like absolute death. Because what happens usually between days 2 and 5 is when we are not consuming carbohydrates. So for every 1 gram of carbohydrate in our body, which is stored as glycogen, our body will hold 4 grams of water. So what's slowly happening is we are not feeding our body carbs, therefore we are slowly emptying our glycogen stores, which means we are slowly losing water. So that causes us to be quite dehydrated. So what will happen off the back of that is you'll get kind of headaches, you'll feel just like a little bit rough, a little bit hungover. But I do have an antidote to that, which I get onto as part of my group. But I'll give you the tip now: is I get my group of predominantly ladies it is that I've got working with me. There's one fella so far. Is I get them to take electrolytes. So it's basically effectively salt tablets. We have one in the morning with a glass of water, and then usually at least one more in the afternoon. So what a lot of people don't know is if you were to drink a litre of water, approximately 600 mils of that will be retained by the body. The other 400 you'll weed out. Whereas if you're taking a litre on board of water with an electrolyte, you generally speaking, your body is retaining 900 mils of that and you're only losing 100 mils. So, yeah, in terms of the keto flu, it's a nasty thing, but most of our people have managed to avoid it. There's only 2 of them who got hit with it, but they didn't take my advice of the electrolytes. So, more full then. No, cheers for that, Shiv. And Stacey, do you want to just come off mute?